What's going on, you guys? The Keith Carnes. Welcome back. It's been a little bit since my last upload, not too long, but long enough to warrant a video for sure. So thank you to all the subscribers. I've noticed that my subscriber base has been climbing a little bit, so that's really nice to see. So as always, I like to send my thanks. I look red, but I'm really not sunburned. I don't know why my head is showing up there red, so I don't know. It kind of looks sunburned, don't I? Fuck it, whatever. Doesn't matter. Welcome to a new episode of Unsolved Mystery Talk. This time we're covering one of my most favorite cases, one that I always had forgotten to add to my list of videos to do, but I finally was up late at night. Right now, as of this recording, it's 1:36 in the morning on August 3rd, 2014, and I decided I wanted to start putting a bunch of video ideas down. Getting future content. So I'm not going to drag on too much about this because the subject matter is probably going to drag on as long as it is, so let's get on with it. So this time we're talking about, as you see in the title, is the Dyatlov, God, I cannot pronounce Russian names, words for shit, pass incident. So the Dyatlov pass incident, I'm probably butchering that like a fucking moron, but what can you expect? I am not Russian. And you know, basically what this case was about, I'll read you a brief thing here. It says the pass incident refers to the mysterious deaths of 9 ski hikers in the northern Ural Mountains on the night of February 2nd, 1959. The incident happened on the east shoulder of the mountain known as Dead Mountain. The mountain pass where the incident occurred has since been named. The title of the video, okay? Whatever pass. I'm not gonna butcher that name anymore because I probably sound like a moron. The lack of eyewitnesses has inspired much speculation. Soviet investigators simply determined that a compelling natural force had caused the deaths. Access to the area was barred to skiers and other adventurers for 3 years after the incident. The chronology, Jesus. of the incident remains unclear because there were no survivors. Investigators at the time determined that the hikers tore open their tent from within, departing barefoot into heavy snow and a temperature of minus 30 Celsius or negative 22 Fahrenheit. That's pretty fucking cold. Way colder than it ever gets here in California. Although the corpses showed no signs of struggle, 2 victims had fractured skulls, 2 had broken ribs, and 1 was missing parts of her face due to post-mortem decay. I also read somewhere that one of them was missing their tongue, which is really fucking weird and creepy. So I'm going to go down here. Also, it says that there is a list of... They listed theories from people. And here are some of the facts about the case. Number 1, 6 of the group members died of hypothermia and 3 of fatal injuries. Number 2, there were no indications of other people nearby, apart from the 9 travelers. Number 3, the tent had been ripped open from within, meaning that the 9 victims, or... yeah, we'll just call them victims because that's really what they were. Whether they were actually murdered or not is up for debate. But the 9 people cut themselves out of their own tent, which is really weird. Number 4, the victims had died 6 to 8 hours after their last meal. Number 5, traces from the camp showed that all group members left the campsite of their own accord on foot. The next one, to dispel the theory of an attack by the indigenous Mansi people, Dr. Boris, I'm not even going to pronounce that name, stated that the fatal injury of the 3 bodies could not have been caused by another human being. Quote, because of the force of the blows had been too strong and no soft tissue had been damaged, unquote. Okay. Next, forensic radiation tests had shown high doses of radioactive contamination of clothes of a few victims. That's really weird. I mean, here they are up on a mountain. How the fuck are they radioactive? That's a bit weird, isn't it? Released documents contain no information about the condition of the skier's internal organs, which is odd. They always report on that. There were no survivors of the incident, obviously. The Final verdict of the group members all died because of compelling natural force. The inquest officially ceased in May of 1959 as a result of the absence of a guilty party. The files were sent to a secret archive, and the photocopies of the case became available only in the 90s, although some parts are missing. Controversial surrounding an investigation. Now, this is everything that makes it controversial. First, 12-year-old Yuri Koncevic, who would later become head of the foundation for this, attended the 5 hikers' funeral and recalls their skin having a deep brown tan. That's weird. Next, some of the hikers' clothing, 2 pants and a sweater, were found to be highly radioactive, which doesn't make any sense. Another group of hikers about 50 kilometers south of the incident reported that they saw strange orange spheres in the night sky to the north, likely in the direction of Kholat Sayaki on the night of the incident. Similar spheres were observed in Ivdel and, oh my god, these words are killing me here, continually during the period from February to March of 1959 by various witnesses, including meteorology service and military. These were later confirmed by Eugene whatever to be test launches of R-7 missiles. Okay, some reports suggested that there were a great deal of scrap metal in and around the area, leading to speculation that the military utilized the area secretly and might have been engaged in a cover-up. And finally, the last camp of the group was located on a direct path between the... Okay, these words are just making me sound stupid, so I'm not going to bother reading that last thing. So basically, you have a case of people that died of really bizarre circumstances, and you also have people that witnessed unexplainable phenomena that has never really truly been explained. Of course, they've tried to explain it, but, you know, people aren't going to believe it just because the government says. You know, the government doesn't exactly have a great track record with being truthful with its people. So this is the part in the video series where I give my opinion. You know, I read on here that some people believe they became victims of an avalanche. Sorry, I had to think about that word. Of an avalanche, and some of it does make sense. Absolutely. I am a person that always has an open mind. This is a very, very mysterious, it's a very, very weird case to say the least. And to be honest, I really don't know. I think that this could have very easily have been nothing short of, hey, an avalanche happened, they tried to escape and they died. But that doesn't explain how somebody's tongue was removed. Nor has that even been stated in the article I read. It wasn't even brought up, but I have read that many different places, so I'm assuming it's true. It's really hard to say. You know, like I said, I like to have an open mind. I don't like to be, you know, closed-minded. I don't like to doubt people right away. So I'm going to have to label this, and I don't know, because I really, really don't. It's really, really hard to judge it fairly, and no, I don't know. So it's crazy. If you have an opinion, please leave it in the comments below, and I will be sure to read it and possibly respond. If you guys have any suggestions that you want to see in a future episode, or any other kind of video you want me to talk about, subject you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments or a PM. Doesn't matter to me. This is Keith Carnes. Thank you so much for viewing. You guys have a wonderful, beautiful morning, day, or night, and I will see you guys in the next. Thanks for watching, and thank you to all the subscribers for the support. Once again, this is the Keith Carnes. Peace.